Hey, what's up, Ticket Mel? Welcome back to the channel. And a lot of people were asking for me to like clip this phone call today where Ryan UpChurch called in and Ronnie called in, and they got to discuss the whole situation with the phone call. If you haven't seen the phone call video, I'll plug that down below. If you haven't seen today's live stream, I'll plug that down below. If you haven't seen Ryan UpChurch's videos, the two of them, or three of them now, I think, I'll plug the channel down below. And I guess let's get started with it. I do believe Ronnie, I'm like in this position because he called into my show and I appreciate him calling in, just like I appreciate Ryan calling in. And with Ronnie, you know, I had spoken to him multiple times. He's, you know, we've seen his Instagram, we've seen some of his family. He's gone out to the rec center in person. He said that his cousins have spoken to law enforcement. So yeah, like I didn't know that this was gonna snowball into what it snowballed into. And so, but you know, today we were live streaming and Ryan called in and he was talking about it. And Ronnie was like, you know what, I'll call in and for everybody to talk about it. And so this is that conversation that happened today. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. And yeah. And well, one other thing. While I am for like people having conversations and disagreeing and all that, I don't agree with like the name calling where he like called Ronnie bitch ass and like all these different things. That I wasn't kind of cool with. I feel like we still could have had the conversation without all that. Well, from the video and from the live stream, but the conversation happened nonetheless. So you guys comment below. You let me know your thoughts. And yeah.
Yo.
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
It's UpChurch, bro.
Oh shit, it's Ryan. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, dude?
Thank you for calling.
Pretty good. Look, I just want to say this. Everybody say human trafficking. I want to say this. How'd nobody see it, bro? Let's be real.
How'd nobody see what?
Like everybody's saying, like everyone's like, oh yeah, human trafficking.
Yeah.
What is the evidence of this human trafficking? If that's the case, why didn't anyone else get trafficked? If the chick was going back to her car with her over and over, if somebody was plotting and watching in the woods, why wouldn't they steal both of them instead of just one of them?
Right.
Especially if, how'd that person get there to do that? Will they do leave their car there and take her car and leave their car there? No, dude. And I see everybody's like, oh, this guy, he's so crazy. I see y'all in the comments. That's fine. But what am I pointing out that is not blatantly obvious? Everybody's like, yeah, Ryan's crazy. Leave the Ronnie guy alone. The fucking Ronnie guy called and said that he had two cousins there, fool. That watched her all night. What you mean? Like, oh, you're acting crazy. All right, motherfucker. Well, if some 30-something-year-old dude calls and says, oh, yeah, I had two cousins there that was watching her all night, seeing what she was wearing and when she left and how drunk she was, you mean to tell me you ain't gonna ask questions? Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I don't blame like a lot of things that you were saying. Like I've seen that in the chat. I do feel bad for the guy because I've had quite a few conversations with him and he seemed like genuine to me and open. But like the things that you're questioning and saying, I've seen a lot of that too. I mean, even like literally like the call also, after was something like that.
Also, bro, think about even before that. Take all that away from everything. Why did this person put themselves in the position to call you to give you information, like set in information, and now they're like, oh, wait, no, I don't want to talk. Yeah, that's because their information was bullshit.
I don't think it is, man.
Like what information? What part?
So I believe that he did have some cousins there or somebody there at that party that, you know, like the details that he gave.
Oh, no, that part's true.
Yeah. But you think it's him, though. You think he was actually at the party. Is that what I'm getting?
No, I'm saying he knows something.
Oh,
like
shit.
Like what is stopping him from being like, yo, okay, well, the whole I can't say their name. It's like, why not, bro? Why? Like, don't you know? Like, bro, he has to know since he said that on this interview that law enforcement is definitely going to be in contact with him.
Right. I know like, the reporter got in contact with him. Yeah, the reporter got in contact with him. He said in a comment, let me just read it to you real quick. He said, LE knows my cousins. That's good enough. He said, I spoke with police face to face. He said, this was just the comments he was talking about in the chat. And he says his cousin spoke to them. So I don't know how we would even be able to verify that. Ronnie wants to be added to the call. Can we talk together? You want me to add Ronnie? Can we all talk together three-way? I can add him. You want to do that? All right, let's see. Ronnie, let's see what Ronnie has to say too. Hold on. What's his number? I think it's the... All right, let's get everybody here. Okay. I guess I'll have to call you and add you. Can you call in, Ronnie, and then I'll add you to the... I don't want to go to too many different screens and mess something up.
This is not helping find Kiely. What are you talking about? He knows two people that was there, fool. What are you talking about?
Ronnie, call in if you can to the number so I can just add you in. If not, I'm gonna have to like make a new outbound call and then merge you in. I don't want to lose Ryan. Call the 954-787-3009.
Chat, I love you guys, but this is not attacking somebody. They are telling us that they have information of people there, dude.
So listen, I think it's an important conversation. I mean, the news was even, they had made some post about it or whatever, about the call. And so either way, you feel, I think it is an important conversation. I don't think like this guy like has the answers or the cousins have the answers. It is important, I think, at least for the cops to talk to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Tripod said, with UpChurch, this is super sus.
If the police, bro, if the police knew about that information and it was secret information that would lead to something better and knowing something, then he would not have been allowed to be on a YouTube channel talking about it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna move him in now. I think I got him here. Let's see if he can talk. Let's see. Ronnie, are you there? Can you hear all those?
Hey. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, what's up?
Ryan, can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay, good. All right, cool.
I hear you.
So let's just start, Ronnie.
So what's the problem?
So do you want to ask him some of your thoughts, or like, so your cousins were there at this thing? Go ahead.
How did your cousins that didn't know her see her all night?
So do you want to ask him some of your thoughts, or like, so your cousins were there at this thing? Go ahead.
Cousins, how did your cousins that didn't know her see her all night?
They didn't see her all night.
Well, they seen her getting fucked up.
No, they didn't see her getting there. They didn't. The only thing they said when I asked them, they just said, yes, we saw her. She was drunk when we saw her. She talked to a group of guys or something, like walked to a group and was like walking back and forth. But everyone was like walking back and forth. They saw her walking back and forth. That was it. Then they did their own thing. They didn't think of to pay attention, or there was other people there drunk too. But they noticed her because of the pictures that came out online, all that stuff. It's like people were asking me, like, how did you know she was in a bodysuit? They already talked to police before me. Like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. And when they came back to me, they told me, well, we gave them our information. They didn't treat it as anything viable. They told us there was nothing for them to go on. It was nothing for them. Like, it wasn't important. There was nothing there for them to go on, especially because they didn't see her at a critical time. They didn't see her later on. So I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, I guess I can talk about it a little bit. And I asked them if it was okay if I talk about it. And they were like, yeah, it's fine. Just don't say our names. And I was like, okay.
Did they mention anything about the white sweaters? The white hoodie? Did they say anything about that? Or?
No, but that's why no, there was nothing about no white sweater. I didn't hear anything about a white sweater. Like, I don't know Kiely at all. I thought it would be cool to like give a little bit of information on what it's like out here. Like, I'm from the area. I used to party out here, like a lot. Like, I partied at Prosser in 2012 and 2016. It wasn't as many people as it was this freaking party. I haven't been a party that big, but a lot of the stuff there was like, huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29 right now. In 2012, I was, what, 23? I'm trying to just.
So, question: how you know about all these girls that like to go there and like do coke and shit?
Okay, like I said, when I went to Prosser back in 2012, and mind you, this was a year after I got out of the military, because I got out in 2011. And so when I went to those parties, I started doing coke myself, and I couldn't get it for myself. I had older dudes I knew that were like 6-7 years older than me that would give it to me, and I wasn't the only one they would give it to. They would give it to a bunch of other people. So it was like I was in the younger crowd being assisted by the older crowd for giving drugs. That type of stuff. And so I used to do shrooms. I used to hang out with clampers, if you know who clampers are. I don't know if you know who clampers are. But they're like,
okay, so do you know the Sammy girl?
No, I don't know her. I don't know.
Do your cousins?
I don't. No, they don't know. They don't know any. They went with their other friends from Sierra College. They don't know Sammy. They don't know Kylie. They don't know Jagger. They don't know none of them kids. None of them. When I asked them how they knew about. What?
So if your cousin's like seen her doing drugs and like, you know, drinking or whatever, and everybody's drinking and shit.
No, they didn't see her doing. They didn't see her doing drugs. They didn't see her drinking. They saw her, and she looked like she was drunk.
No. You said your cousin seen her all fucked up.
Yes, I just said that they seen her drunk. That doesn't mean they seen her drinking. Like,
what? You have
they
to
didn't
get
see
the
her.
drink.
They didn't see.
Fool.
What? You said
have
what?
to drink to
I can't hear you.
Drunk.
I can't hear you. Say it again. You're cutting out.
You have to drink to get drunk.
Yes, but that okay. If they see someone or stumbling around, okay, yeah, they must be drunk. That doesn't mean I'm seeing them sitting down and starting to participate and keeping it going. Like, that's how they told me that they saw her. They saw her like that. They didn't see her do coke. They didn't see her do shrooms, but those drugs were there. That doesn't mean they saw them do that stuff.
So your cousins, when they were leaving, they seen her still there, just like the Sammy girl, right?
No, like they left. They didn't pay attention to her leave. They left, and so obviously, I don't know. Like, they just left. They left at 10:30. That doesn't mean like.
Bro, that's not what you said.
What are you saying? You're trying to tell me that
that's not what you said.
Are you trying to tell me that my cousin saw her there when they were leaving?
You said he did.
Okay, look. They did not see her leave. They left at 10:30. Everything else has been known for her to be staying later.
I said your cousins left and you still seen her there, right?
No, they did not see her when they left.
That's what the fuck you said, bro.
Hold on. All right, let's chill. Let's chill, man. Let's chill.
Oh, my God.
Let's chill. Oh, my God.
Dude, if I say something like, oh, my cousins left and she was still there, that's because everyone knows she stayed there.
Who's everyone?
All the reports, including her friend. She stayed later. Everyone knew that already. She obviously, she stayed till like, 12:30? Those reports were already out. Like, why am I getting reamed over? Like, she was already confirmed to be...
Look, man, there's just some stuff that doesn't sit good with me. And everybody in the comments is like, well, why are you getting so mad? Because I have a sister that's Kylie's age. All right?
Okay, bro, I understand. Dude, I have 3 girls. Like, and here's the other thing that you're saying that did kind of bother me. I'm not trying to argue or anything, but you're saying, like, well, why is he laughing about it? I'm not sitting here laughing like I think something fucking funny. Like, I don't go, like, you can ask, like, Mel, you've never spoken to me on your, like, publicly or, like, on your page like this before. And I haven't been out in, like, this type of setting to where there's, like, thousands of people listening to somebody. Like, I'm just nervous, dude. Like, it's not like I'm laughing because I think shit is fucking funny. I don't think it's fucking funny. I don't. But at least I can shed light on what type of fucking parties happen out here, especially because I participated in them. Like, and I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm proud. I used to do fucking coke. I'm not proud. I have 3 girls. I'm not fucking proud of it. But I do know what type of dudes are out here and what parties, because I've been at hella parties where there's hella older people there. Like, that's just realistic. I'm just being realistic, especially because I'm from the area. If I was like fucking in like Texas and I was speaking for Cali, I don't think I'd be able to hold weight at all. But I'm literally like right next to the fucking area. I know hella people out here who can vouch for me and shit. I've been to so many damn parties out here, and I think it's terrible what fucking happened to her. Like, I'm not, but I'm just speaking from experience.
As somebody who's from there, can I ask you some questions? Like, just out of curiosity. Okay, how do you think, as a local, what do you think happened? How do you think she magically like disappeared? Like, seeing so many people during.
I don't think she magically disappeared. I don't.
What's that?
In my true opinion, based off, like, here's the thing. Nobody really has gone missing around here. That hasn't happened. People have overdosed, been stabbed over drug dealings and all that, but based off this, like, unique situation where, like, the party was so fucking big, and it was out at Prosser Campground where, and when you go to party there, you go on a dirt road, and there's, like, a clearing where people party, and the cops won't really necessarily hear that, because when I went to, years back, like, the cops never came for us either. But I think because there were so many people there, I think someone fucking did something to her. I think someone took her. To be honest.
You think somebody at the party that was there done something? Maybe it was an accident?
I think it was either an accident, an OD, because of drugs there, or there was actually a dude who took advantage because there was hella fucking people there, and it's hard to keep track of everybody there. Someone fucking took an opportunity and fucking did something. That's my opinion.
Do you think anybody that has been shown and stepped up, do you think they know?
That's hard because I don't like putting things on people like just off them talking, because I feel like if someone hasn't been interviewed before, like, you know, like coaching or something, if someone's speaking for the first time, like I don't think Sammy's done interviews before this, obviously. So I think obviously she might say things and make a mistake and all that. But I don't necessarily agree with everything she said, but I can't necessarily see that she's guilty. I do think someone else, I think an older dude did it. I think there was an older guy there. I think there was probably older dudes there, and she got taken. That is my opinion, because there's so many back roads, there's so many back roads you can take there, and you can head off towards Tahoe, and they have like Airbnb houses where people like rent out, but a lot of empty houses and shit. And there's hella places to stash. That's what I think happened.
Why do you think her phone pings there and her car is elsewhere? Where do you think the car went?
Well, here's my honest opinion. Because I feel like, because I heard references saying like people, I forgot where it was. I think it was on Facebook, but people said she had an iPhone, right? I think if she had the latest update on an iPhone, you're allowed to track an iPhone when it's off. Like, you can track it when it's off. The only time I don't think you can track it is if it's smashed or it's underwater. So that's why I think someone smashed up her phone, probably tossed it in the water, and took off with her. That's what I really do believe happened. Because out in Prosser, there's not a whole lot of way to drive if someone was just going to stash her car off in like a clearing or in the woods. I think they would have found it by now. So I think the car's in like a garage.
Like, that's what makes me suspicious. And you have to understand, I mean, dude, look at the chat. This is why nothing gets fucking said. Because this is why nothing. Yeah. Everybody wants to be this guy. No. Yeah. To me, this guy on the phone said something that sounded fucking out of place. And yeah, it did sound out of place to a lot of people. He said he had cousins. He didn't say who the fucking cousins were. He said that they seen her doing all this shit. So, I mean, hello. I mean, I'm going to ask you, what is your name again? Ronnie. Okay. Do you think at least what you said was a little bit fucking like weird? I do. If you don't,
I would.
Cool.
Okay. No, I honestly would be like, well, how does he have this much information? But I literally told you why. Like I've been in this area for over 20 years.
Exactly. Like, now we're getting to talk because, see, I'm seeing these motherfuckers over here, you know, automatically take up for Ronnie. And look, that's cool if you want to do that, but you can't take up for someone you don't know. They have to explain.
No, I get you. I completely understand. I get you.
Oh, not you talking to chat. Like, this is just real shit. Like, you know, you can't sit here and turn motherfuckers against each other. Yes, I had a question for him that I didn't believe some shit he was saying. He's here, you know, tell us now. We're having a civil conversation.
Yeah, we're having a conversation. That's that's the point of it. I mean, we had the opportunity to bring everybody together. It started out a little rough, but at least we can get everybody here and just talk about it.
I honestly appreciate the conversation, but one thing I do want to get straight is that I was not at no damn party. I've already put out a lot of information already. If that's the case, I would have already fucking been taken in. Like, I'm not hiding from anything. Huh? On
my opinion, go back and listen to how you said it. You were talking like you were there.
I understand what you're saying, and like I understand what you're saying. I was trying to give a perspective for people to understand. That's all I was trying to do. If it came off wrong, my bad, but that's all I was trying to do is get people to understand, like, this shit around here, even though it's fucked up, these parties happen. These parties happen all the time. All the time. Yeah. And this was being broadcasted because something really fucked up happened. But there's so many fucking parties where older dudes are there and they shouldn't fucking be there. You know what I mean? And it's just sad now that it has to be spotlighted now and people are like, oh, this is fucked up. Yeah, it's been fucked up. It's been fucked up.
Well, shit, any kids who are listening that go to these parties, y'all need to squad up. And if y'all see somebody being weird to a girl, y'all should knock that motherfucker out. I'm getting out of here.
But like, just like I told Mel, what was it? Like, I went to a party. I don't remember when the fuck it was. I think it was like 2015, and it was all the homies there and all that. And a dude showed up. It was a house party. He showed up there. He was like 40-something years old, hella sketched, and he got his ass beat. Out of front of them,
yeah, that call, Ryan. Like,
I told
that
you
call.
that,
we had several conversations on live stream, and so that snippet that I did, the 18 minutes, just for just people that aren't going to sit 2-3 hours. But he did explain like like his whole background, and he lives in the area, and like he's a local, and it's kind of like he used to go party himself when he was younger. And so people seeing that 18-minute clip, they might not get the whole context of like his whole background and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I do understand. Like,
I'm going off what I heard on your 18-minute video. And for everybody in the comments, say sorry, fuck you, I ain't saying sorry. I respect this guy. Ain't for nobody. I'm fucking UpChurch, so you can kiss my ass. This is what it is. But props to this guy for having a clean channel, and props to this dude for having a conversation with me, even though I'm fucking yelling. So you guys have a good day. And
all right.
More stuff about this case.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, appreciate you guys. All right.
Bye. Thanks, Ronnie, man. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. All right, are we here? How's everything looking? Sounds good, looks good. Are we smooth? The connection's good now? Okay. All right, so I'm going to start it over from what I was saying earlier. And so this stream is I wanted to talk about some updates with regards to the hoodie situation, the necklaces situation, which was posted on like Craigslist that Joseph Morrison found. And there's another person that found a different listing, which kind of looks interesting. So we're going to do like a side-by-side comparison. And a couple of new clips that I saw from the mother and just different things. And so the first video that I wanted to show, which was a snippet, is by Ryan UpChurch, which he did. I think he did a great video. He just posted this like 30-40 minutes ago. I'm going to play about 30-40 seconds. I'm going to put the link to his video in the description so you can check him out. And I thought he made some really good points. But in the beginning of this video, he just calls out or names, I should say, all the characters that supposedly had last seen her. And it's kind of weird, and I've mentioned this before, because as far as like that friend Katie that was standing next to the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend Jagger, she had said that she saw Kiely earlier in that day. But then we also have Megs, I think, that said she was hanging out with her earlier that day. And so which is which? Could they both be true? Did they hang out at different points? Or is one of them off? Who loaned this black hoodie sweater to Kiely, and then why is she seen wearing another sweater at the party on video? And why didn't Sammy see that hoodie, this white new hoodie at the party? Is it possible that this was given to her after Sammy had left? I don't know. And we're gonna play some different clips too of what Sammy says she saw her wearing.
Okay, a 16-year-old girl went to a party. She's gone. Not only is she gone, the car that she drove to the party in is also gone. The only people who knew about her and talked to her and seen her during this time is Jagger, the ex-boyfriend.
At 10:30, she responded to what I was saying and just said, "Oh, I'm sorry that you're going through that." And that was the last time I heard from her.
Kate, the girl who made creme brulee with her.
The day of the party, I hung out with her. We made creme brulee. Everything was normal.
Sammy, the girl who seen her when she got to the party and was the last person to see her.
Yes, I was the last person to contact her after the party, and I was with her basically throughout the entire party.
Then you got Megs, the chick who rode there with her and then left 10 minutes later.
Within the only 10 minutes that I was there, I literally had a group of 5 guys try to come get me to take as many bong rips as I could.
All right, let's start with Jagger.
Okay, so I'm going to put this after the stream. Don't leave me now. After the stream, go and check out his video, because I thought it was really good. I like some of the videos that he does. I don't even think he even needs to do this type of stuff, because he really does music and he gets way more, views or whatever. I don't think it's about that. So, but I think he makes some good points on it. He put up his what do they call it? A Hellcat. Or Hellcat, sorry. Whoever comes forward and tells what happened to Kiely Rodeni first, I'll give you my Hellcat. I'll even deliver it to your house. Thanks for playing. Think I'm playing? Try me. Sorry. Who knows something? So I put the phone number and offered his car. And this also, I've seen this picture floating around. They say this is Kylie's phone. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't checked this stuff, but that's on the post as well. Hellcat. Please scroll to the 5 photos. Oh, okay. Well, I've seen this too. I was going to post this one because, like, I don't know. But I did see this one, yeah. And that's it right there. I guess the case on the phone. His Hellcat is his most prized possession. He loves that thing. I didn't know that. Jagger. Oh my God. Well, that's true, young daughter. I mean, regardless of how you feel, all this stuff, like I said, man, people are entitled to feel how they want to feel. You know, everybody can have their opinions, and I understand the questions. Like, even during that live stream, somebody, I think, literally called almost right after, and they were questioning it. So I understand it. If there really is some death threats, people don't need to go to that extent. His name is known. The reporter has his name. I'm sure they know who he is, if anything. So it doesn't have to get that crazy. Bonafide says, why doesn't his cousins call and talk, AKML, since they were actually there and witnessed it? I think some of those reasons might be obvious, but I'll give you what Ronnie's response to that, because I saw you guys asking that, and I asked him myself earlier. Let me just tell you guys while I have it here. Okay. Okay, I said, okay, you think your cousins would be interested in telling the story? He said, I'll message them, but I doubt it. They don't want to get blasted like I am for speaking, especially since they don't know much about her to get involved, about her personally, I guess. I got a hold of one, and he will not get on. I asked if he could talk about what he did know, and he said he knows nothing of substance, and only bad can come from this. He doesn't know why some people are like, why is nobody speaking up, whatever. Like, if they're going to law enforcement, I think that's good enough. I don't blame people for not coming forward to speak up, like, online, as far as like social media, because look at what has happened to the people that have spoken up, like the lynch mob, people getting death threats, people just insane online, insane with it, people getting doxxed. So, like, you know, anytime they're like, why aren't they coming forward? Why aren't they speak up for themselves? Why aren't they saying something on social media? People are freaking nuts. You know, people are nuts. They don't owe online social media. The other thing I noticed too, a lot of people are entitled. You know, they're so entitled. They need to talk to law enforcement, and law enforcement needs to pull them in and talk to whoever it is. That's their investigation. But they don't owe Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you know, like, explanations. Now it says here, Jagger has time and location stamps the night of the party and into the next day. The police are not interested in him. He is not part of the investigation. The insider added that Jagger doesn't understand the hate and has to limit comments on social media as he continues to face unrelenting abuse from trolls linking him to Kiely's death. It's a lot for him to deal with as a young teen. Everyone close to him knows he wasn't involved. He's trying to laugh it off, but it's tough as he's also grieving. These people don't care. They're attacking the mother, the family, everybody. They don't care. He gets direct messages, comments, tags, and texts and calls and emails all the time. Accusations, death threats, and people telling him to go kill himself about everything you can think of. The source says Kiely and Jagger had split up some time ago, but remained close and still regularly went on dates in the weeks leading up to her tragic disappearance on August 6th. Countless YouTubers have speculated about her death, and even the dive group used the title How We Found Kiely Rodeni, Murder or Accident ? Which, you know, in the previous video I said they might as well have just titled that Murder or Murder. You know, but that's their opinion on it. But there's been so many interesting things that have come out with that. You know, I don't know. I'm mostly just waiting for like information like this that comes out or official updates, and I'll just do updates on the story when I can. But I'm not interested in being a part of the circus, as they also waded in on the rumors. There are also dozens of tweets on social media, messages insinuating Jagger may have been involved and claiming he is lying and being away the night she went missing. The Sun has reached out to Nevada County Sheriff's Office for comment, as Placer County is no longer dealing with the investigation. The young teen's death has not yet been confirmed. A toxicology report will also be carried out. results from which may take several weeks, Sheriff told the U.S. Sun. Asked about the autopsy report, law enforcement provided a statement that read, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office does have possession of records responsive to your request. It should be noted, however, that the investigation is not complete and is considered ongoing at this time. Once the investigation is complete, the release will be pursuant to all privileges and or exemptions that may apply. We expect the investigation review and redaction process to be completed by November 1st, 2022. They added that if the records are still not available in 2 months, they will further advise the media of a new date that they may be released. When pressed further on the time frame, the spokesman said the toxicology report, which has not come back yet, will be included with the entirety of what we release. So it's going to be, I guess, released all together, as a package when the investigation is complete and the records are ready for release. They added death investigations have varying investigative time components depending on the circumstances surrounding the investigation. It's not uncommon for a final coroner reports to take 2 to 3 months to be ready for public release. I wanted to show you guys like 2 other things too. And I noticed this because of Legacy's post on Twitter and this is a page that Jagger runs, Long Live Kiely. And it says here, I'm so sorry all these people are making such a mockery over this. I'm trying to tell them it's over, but they won't listen. I'm trying, Kiely. I just don't know what else to do. The other thing that, just to show you guys too, somebody had made a comment under the article and said, I hope they're not just taking his word for it though. Needs at least 2 other corroborations of his whereabouts before I believe it, which it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. What matters is whether the cops believe it. Katie responds, he had timestamps, locations, photos, proof handed to law enforcement. He was elsewhere. You can't really fake that kind of thing when handing it over to police. But these people don't care about law enforcement and to be fair though, them skipping over the car and skipping over all that stuff in the water. So people have a mistrust for law enforcement. But at this point, like, what are you going to do? You can't go over there and yank Jagger and interrogate and investigate himself and say, hey, show me your phone and hey, make a video online. Who does that is what they said. Takes pictures and documents their location while rushing. It's never going to be good enough. You will never, ever satisfy these people online. And you're trying to prove yourself to these people that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be going in circles forever while rushing across a state to find someone. Things are easy to fake. Metadata, though, harder. I'm just saying that's not typical behavior. Nothing's typical behavior to anybody, and everything's always sus to everybody. And so Katie says here, from before she was missing, he is not lying. And he's an 18-year-old grieving the loss of someone close. The web sleuth nonsense needs to stop. These people don't care. These people online are animals. They don't care. These people do not care. You've seen the stuff he's been pulling off? No kind of integrity, no kind of decency. People don't give a shit. So it says we will have to agree to disagree. Not saying I think he did or didn't do it. I'm simply saying some things don't come out in the wash. The lie was already made. From the farthest west point of Napa to the farthest east end of Truckee on a bright Saturday morning is 2.5 hours, not 4 hours. It is true on what she's saying. I mean, it says here 2.5 hours if you go one direction. However, the other route, which, I don't know which route he took or whatever, it says 4 hours. Regardless, which could coincide with that time frame. Again, I don't know if the guy made stops. We don't know what law enforcement knows, but if he really did hand over his device and photos, locations, and they obviously have his phone number, they can track his GPS. I'm not sure what else it is these people, aside from having your opinion, what else it is people are going to find out. I get people talking online and having their theories, but some of the things that people are saying are literally endangering people's lives. It's just completely irresponsible. It's just kind of nutty. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Damn, yo. This is fucking crazy. What these people are doing on this chat right now, in the other chat, these people are looking into all the people following Ronnie. I don't, at a certain point, it's I just don't even know what to say. They're digging so hard into this Ronnie shit. And now they're pulling up people that have followed him, or I don't know, follow me on Instagram, they're looking into them. These people really have no fucking life. Yo, what is wrong with these fucking people, dude? I didn't see this before. I'm just seeing it now. Damn, dude, these people need help. The fuck? They're literally looking up people following the account and shit now. Oh my God, yo. Dude, I cannot believe these fucking people, yo. Like, yo, this isn't it. They need to go look into other stuff, yo. Like this, I don't think this is gonna take you anywhere. What the fuck? These people are literally looking into like all the people following this guy are commenting on this shit. This is like so far from like, because I almost wasn't gonna do this stream because I'm like I've talked to several people about this. Like, do we do this? Do I not? I legit felt bad for the guy Ronnie. Some people say F it, what? But you know, he called into my show, and so like I feel like the things that I can clear up, I should. But I was also like, is this really like the route that we should be going? This Ronnie shit, like going deep in rabbit hole type of shit. But I felt like I needed to at least come on tonight because there's just so many people going with this shit, like fucking ridiculously, like, and then now I see this, I'm like, yo, come on, man. Literally searching people. And people that are here on my channel, they're searching. People that support the channel. That's fucking crazy. That's nuts, yo. That's nuts. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's nuts. Some people say we should just stop talking about the Ronnie situation. I guess so. But he's getting buried though. He's fucking. I mean, so I figured like let me at least try to. Maybe people actually listen to all the calls, or like you know, I don't know. MK Ultra, thank you for the super chat. Says love the show. Hit like. That's a Shame says, yo, the Donner Party is wild. I recommend the book, The Indifferent Stars Above. To anyone, it's incredible. Then thank you for the super chat. And that's it, we're caught up. Bianca said, thank you for the super chat. Says, Mel, maybe it was you. I can't with these guys. Holy crap, dude. So what do they think Ronnie's really involved? Is that why they're looking at all his followers and shit? Nah, Ronnie, he hasn't taken it personal. Like to me, like he's been cool. Like when we've talked in the chat. I mean, I guess this is gonna be a future thing for people that call in. Maybe they're gonna think twice now, you know? Oh yeah, I was trying to show people the full audio because some of the people that I talked to, I have a friend that I was talking to today, right? She 100%, she was like, what she told me, she feels that she doesn't think that he's involved, that he was there, but that he embellished in the story. You know, that's what she believes. And so, you know, she had all these opinions. We were talking it out. She disagrees. And then I was like, oh, so did you watch the actual call? Like, did you watch the 18 minutes? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Oh, well, man. I don't know. Is he getting death threats? Possibly. I don't know. From what he said he is and his kids and everything. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I guess we'll call it a live then. It's unfortunate that it's getting to like this level, I guess, where people are like, I guess they feel he's involved. He probably is with them or something in the house. I don't know. If we get attacked, really? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's like going a little too far now. That's what I think. I mean, it's just feeding the fire. Well, I wasn't sure if it was or not. I guess. Maybe, maybe not. Damn, bro, they're doing like a fucking investigation and shit over there. All right. Somebody said, why do I back him up so much? I'm just trying to do what's like right and wrong. I mean, so if I can pull out some factual stuff, I guess if you're against some of the factual stuff, I mean, I don't think anybody should, if there's people making threats, I don't think anybody should make threats. And if there's the full audio, I think people should make a decision to listen to the whole thing if they haven't, or the other calls. And I just don't think he's involved. I just don't think he's like the killer or the suspect. I just don't believe that. It's that simple. I don't know. They also called him like a drug addict or some shit too. I don't know, bro. Just like, oh my god. Queen B. After tonight, quit giving the drama queens attention. They'll move on to the next person. Best Ronnie can do is ignore them. IMO. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow there'll be an update. We could just move on to updates. You got to stay neutral, dude. I know. Somebody says he gave too many details to not be involved in some way. Oh my god, bro. Anyway, I guess that's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn the bell notifications. And yeah, we'll be back if there's a chase. If not, I don't know. What are you guys thinking in the chat so far? I'm going to play this thing, the rest of this. People trying to say you were there, you were at the party and stuff.
Oh my god. I was just laughing because I was like, you know what? That's what's funny because like I'm from this area and I was like, it's always the ones who don't live in this area who are trying to act like, oh, I can't believe that stuff's happening. Like, it's really calming out here. Like, there's parties every weekend with that stuff going on. Like, you'd be surprised how much it's considered normal out here for people to be doing that type of stuff.
Right. Hey, what I was going to ask you too, were there tents there at this place? I don't know if your cousin told you, like, do people were sleeping there and stuff like that, or?
I did not ask about tents.
Okay.
I did not, and my cousins didn't stay there. They didn't stay. So. And
why do you think, if you had a guess or your thoughts, why people aren't really? And so I asked him about tents because somebody in the chat was asking about that, and he said he didn't get to ask his cousins about that.
They didn't stay, so.
And why do you think, if you had a guess or your thoughts, why people aren't really talking?
Oh, that's easy. Like,
what's that?
Because for one, there's older dudes there. So a lot of them don't want to get in trouble, and a lot of these dudes were in possession of stuff they would get in trouble for giving it to people, for giving it. Like, if you're 24, 25 years old.
Yo, Bean Feather said press conference on the Ronnie calls.
And you're hanging around a 16-year-old, even if you don't know she's 16. I'm just using her as an example because she was 16. But remember, like, her friend was 18. So it's not to be, there's some people that are just older. But if you have like a 25, 26-year-old.
I'm live.
And you happen to give a 16, 17-year-old that type of stuff, you're going to be in trouble. Right. So I think that's stopping a lot of people from coming in because they don't want to get hemmed up on drug charges or anything like that for supplying drugs and stuff to minors. So
right. That makes sense.
Why that's what I really think it is. I think for some of the dudes who were there who had, because a lot of people went there in groups, like a lot of people went there with like 10, 11, 12 people. And my cousins, based off what my cousins do, because my cousins, they always hang out together. They went there in like a RAV4, like a new RAV4 they drove down there. They had like 4 of the people with them. And so it was like 6 of them. And when they got there, they had their own stuff. They were doing their stuff together, but people start sharing amongst each other. But
and that whole bringing substances and sharing, that's, I mean, just not that crazy. Like, I've been to Club Space in Miami back in the day. We used to bring our own stuff, or sometimes if you need to, you can get it there. I mean, this is kind of different because it's like this supposed high school, whatever this is. It's kind of strange, but like in space, they would do the same thing. I mean, I don't know if some people have never experienced that, have never been out to like clubs like that or done that, but it's not really that crazy.
You're in that little tight group circle, you're just like, hey, bro, we didn't give none of this to nobody else. You know, like it was just us.
It's different though with kids. Like that's kind of like, that is weird. I mean, I don't know.
You know, that's what I think a lot of people are keeping hush because a lot of them might have just been drinking and they're comfortable coming out saying, yeah, we were drinking, because maybe they didn't do nothing else. But a lot of them will not come out because they were either supplying the drugs or they gave drugs.
You guys know Space? Who knows Club Space?
To someone they weren't supposed to. So
okay.
But what I'm saying is, but even then, I agree that it's messed up. I think it's wrong, but nobody out there is going out there ID checking people. You're not having dudes going out there saying, "How old are you?" before I give you this code.
Right.
No one's doing that.
Right.
No, everyone's just high and having fun and all that. But when the cops get involved or something like this, then everything changes. And I do think they should come out and say something, but I can't make people do that. There's over 300 people there. Like, there's some dudes you're never going to find out were there, you know? So,
okay.
that's basically it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you calling back. And thank you for just sharing that information with us, man.
Oh, yeah. Tell your child to lay off me.
Yeah, the chats like this. Savage, man. They're rough. Yeah, those people having questions and criticizing too before. So it's not surprising that it's just now on a bigger level. But I figured I could come on live and at least play all the calls for you. So, I mean. No, you're good, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, bye. Has provided alibi to cops, but is still receiving death threats over unfounded murder theories. Kiely Rodeni's on/off boyfriend has provided an alibi to cops, but is still receiving vicious death threats. I guess welcome to the club, unfortunately, amid wild and unsubstantiated murder conspiracies online. Web sleuths have been circulating rumors of foul play for weeks since her death and have been speculating her boyfriend, Jagger Westfall, could have been involved. Nevada County Sheriff's Office told the U.S. Sun on Tuesday, early in the investigation, our detectives made contact with Jagger Westfall. After a detailed interview, he was ruled out as a person of interest. The accusations began after the volunteer dive group Adventures with Purpose, who found Kiely's car using sonar technology, spoke to an unnamed witness, which they did put out his name, Nick. They didn't put out his last name. And, you know, he was known as the roadside assistance person, or I don't know, people were referring to him as a tow truck driver. I don't think he was actually driving a tow truck, but he went there after he claims he got a call and he saw somebody that was described as Kiely and this other guy that, you know, the description that they gave looked or seems like it was pointing towards Jagger, though I hear that's a common hat, though they also did say short brown hair. I mean, it was just when they put that video out, clearly the insinuations, or at least the description, was like everybody looking at Jagger. And the reason supposedly he went out there was because it was like a road call assistance thing to service the car. But when he got there, the car was actually just in neutral. It's not that there was an issue with the car turning on, and the whole thing with the seatbelt that she was asking how to buckle the seatbelt, all that weird stuff. The roadside assistance guy, Nick, said that took place at Boca Reservoir. That's where he went out there to help or assist with the vehicle situation. And so the roadside assistance guy, Nick, he says he alleged he couldn't remember what day he helped the couple, but claimed it may have been the morning after she was last seen alive at the party near Truckee Family Campground. The witness did not disclose what company he provided roadside assistance for, and his claims have never been verified, with no CCTV or other witnesses coming forward, which I wish like law enforcement or somebody, they could just give some sort of update, even if it's not the autopsy or toxicology, like just something of like maybe shutting things down. I've seen other times in other stories where things are kind of spiraling, getting crazy. They'd come in at least sometimes like shut things down or not, but I don't know. They're just not doing it. The Sun can now confirm Jagger 18 has voluntarily spoken with law enforcement and has provided proof of his movements during the time Kiely disappeared. A source exclusively said Jagger was in Napa Valley until 8 a.m. on the Saturday. He didn't get back to Truckee until noon and then joined the search to look for Kiely. Some of the other important things that, you know, people were kind of running crazy with on the internet, it says here that he was misquoted in an article saying he was at the party with Kiely. And I saw that kind of like, you know, taken off like wildfire. He was never there. He now doesn't want to talk publicly. He has proof of him not being in the area and has spoken with police and the FBI and given them.
I want one single solitary 2-second video or a picture of Kiely Rodeni being at this party. Videoed at this party. Videoed with her friends. Pictured with their friends. At their school. Hell, give me a picture beside her car. The silver CRV. You can give me none of what I just asked for. It doesn't exist. If you on the other side of the screen think you're so smart and nothing, and I'm an idiot and this should be so easy for me to figure out, go find what I just told you to find. And don't show me that bullshit video of Jagger. I've already found out that that's not real. show me real proof of Kiely Rodeni existing and Sammy Smith existing.
Hey y'all, it's the YouTube true crime community. Tonight we're just doing raffle tickets and we're picking random YouTubers and civilians we're gonna accuse them in a crime of murder and a missing girl. Yeah, we're just gonna pick some random people for views and clicks and subs, and nobody cares if it's factual or not. We're just gonna accuse random people, girl. Yeah, nah. Oh, and if it turns out it's not any of the 15 people we're just randomly accusing in the raffle tickets, we'll just walk it back. Yeah, go. We just walk it back and pretend it never happened. And you know what? And we'll just say it was a theory. Yeah, no. We just conspiring and thinking about things. We're just accusing random people and shit. That's what the true crime community does. We just thinking and theorizing. You know what I'm saying? That's all we doing.